This is the Dick B. YouTube channel, the history of Alcoholics Anonymous and the Christian recovery movement. My name is Dick B. I'm an active recovered member of the Fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous. This is the 8th program of the Dick B. YouTube channel, and its particular focus is on the program of the Young People's Christian Endeavor Society. And it discusses the virtually unknown program of the once powerful Young People's Christian Endeavor Society, a movement that began in Maine a couple of years after Dr. Bob's birth, spread to St. Johnsbury, and attracted the active participation of both Dr. Bob and his parents, the latter as ex officio church members. This society grew worldwide to a membership of 4.5 million young people, and it was definitely pointed at bringing young people back to their own church. But its program, which Dr. Bob learned as an active participant, wound up providing the platform for the original Christian fellowship ideas of early AA in Akron. And let's distinguish Christian Endeavor from the other Christian factors in AA's development. First of all, the Christian Endeavor Society was denominational. Second, each society was devoted to the service and welfare of the particular church to which the society belonged. Third, although Christian Endeavor took some strong stands on the subject of temperance, its main focus was on the program of bringing its young people back to Christ and to church. That program involved the following elements: 1. Confession of Jesus Christ. 2. Conversion meetings. 3. Prayer meetings. 4. Bible study meetings. 5. Reading and discussion of Christian literature. 6. Quiet hour observances. 7. Outreach to bring others into the fold. And 8. The fact that there was no particular emphasis on healing. Now, the first 3 AAs got sober without a program. They were Christians, knew their Bible, asked God for help, and were healed. But then came the need, in their view, for a program that would help others be healed also. And that program had 2 aspects. 1, the summarized 7-point Christian program the Akronites used. 2, the 14 practices they observed in implementing their program. We will discuss the 7-point summary and the 14 practices at a later point, but it can be readily seen that the heart of the Akron program, conversion, prayer meetings, Bible study, quiet time, and reading of Christian literature, was very much parallel to what the young folks in Christian Endeavor had developed as their program of serving Christ and church, as they put it. The difference, of course, was that AA was never affiliated with the church, but the program of turning to, trusting, and learning about God was clearly the simple one of Christian Endeavor. I've put 2 books on the screen. The first is the 3rd edition of a book I wrote quite some time ago on the contents of Dr. Bob's own library that he widely circulated to people in early AA. And in that volume is a discussion of the Christian Endeavor movement, and I urge you to look at that. Later still, I wrote the book The James Club and the original AA program's Absolute Essentials. Now, the focus of that James Club book is upon the 3 segments of the Bible that Dr. Bob said were absolutely essential. They were the book of James, Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, and 1 Corinthians 13. And line by line and verse by verse, We've compared the remarks in AA's big book with the verses in the Bible that gave rise to those ideas. But in Appendix 2, in the back of the James Club, is one of the most thorough discussions of the whole Christian Endeavor Society and its emphasis on conversion, prayer meetings, Bible study meetings, reading and discussion of Christian literature, quiet hour, and outreach to bring others into the fold. And in those two books, you will find an ample discussion of the Christian Endeavor Society influence on the early AA program. This 8th video has been about the very special impact of the Young People's Society of Christian Endeavor on the original Akron AA Christian Fellowship program. The books we display are 3 of my own: the Dick B. Christian Recovery Guide, the James Club and the original AA program's Absolute Essentials, and Dr. Bob and his library. Our next video will cover the contrast between the 6 major Christian origins of AA and the cluttered explanations about the Washingtonians, the Emmanuel Movement, and the Oxford Group.